This is interesting. He doesn't really have much exposure to the Beatles, you guys. So I decided to just drop some Beatles classics on him while I'm here. You good? You good? You gonna be
Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry, I'm strong.
Computer
I'm strong.
attacking your ass?
No, I'll beat his ass. I'm good. I'm good.
Some damn Transformers in here that turns into a robot. Anyway, we're doing Beatles, Hey Jude. You've never heard this song, correct?
Never heard it.
And it's interesting because we had a talk off camera, and he's just like really underexposed to groups like the Beatles, and I was like really surprised. So we did 2 reactions while we were here. The last reaction, anyways, let's get into
not to the Beatles. Just to we haven't done Beatles reactions yet.
We did the Rooftop, their last performance.
We did one Beatles reaction. My bad. Oh man.
Yeah,
it's been look. This is what happened. He's been here for 6 days, and it's been non-stop, back to back, recording, packing, going to different locations. It's just non-stop. I haven't had a moment to let my brain catch up. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
I forgot.
It's interesting how it weaves into this one a little. We'll talk about it. We'll get into
hold
it.
up. We did the Rooftop one, which was that was like an emotional piece, and one of the reasons
it was
it got
John
so much.
Lennon taking the lead, and the song was basically about Yoko Ono.
Okay, and it was the last live performance they did together, right?
Yeah, let me.
And they weren't
check.
even that old. Like
Yeah,
30 something.
Exactly.
Which is a very early time that disband or whatever happened. Right?
Yes.
Because I heard some things about disbanding, and I don't remember if it had to do with Yoko Ono, which you talked about, which was the partner of which member?
John Lennon.
John Lennon. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, don't let me. It was like the "Don't Let Me Down" joint. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't let me down.
Oh, that was a really good song too.
Yeah. And so after that, me and you kind of had the combo, and you're like, "Bro, I need to get in more Beatles." A lot of people ask, and I'm enjoying the ride. This is one of the big ones, man. This is "Hey Jude." And let's just get into it. I know somewhat about this because of my last reaction. The comments went crazy, and I've been learning about the Beatles as I go. So I have some cool talking points, but support the Beatles, y'all. What we do isn't a substitute for the original. Always go back and check them out on your own time. And let's go, man. This is the Beatles. I'm putting on Anthony Ray from Belgium in front of it. The Beatles, Hey Jude.
I also wanted to say, people have been telling me for over a year and a half to check out the Beatles and do the Beatles catalog in my live streams in the comments. And I've always said I was going to do it, but it just took a while. I don't know why, man. Maybe I'm just slacking on the Beatles, but I'm gonna start doing the Beatles and diving into this rabbit hole and finally just seeing what it's about, what the greatness is about. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah.
Magnificent. A perfect rendition. Ladies and gentlemen, there you see the greatest tea
that's
room
an
orchestra
intro.
in the world.
Okay.
It's my pleasure to introduce now, in their first live appearance for goodness knows how long in front of an audience, the Beatles.
It's now on.
What?
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your a sad song and make it better. Remember to let it run to your skin. Then you begin to make it better. Better, 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 better. Oh, yeah.
Who is Jude?
So, this song was written. Paul McCartney wrote this for John Lennon's son, Julian. Which is kind of, because Jude is a female name, right?
Wait, what?
Or how do you...
So Paul McCartney, him,
Yeah. Paul McCartney,
wrote this for John Lennon's son.
yes.
Why?
As a comfort, like to comfort him, because John Lennon... Okay, I'm just going to put it blunt, because I think this is the way it went. If I got it wrong, let me know in the comments, please, because,
I'm lost. So
John Lennon, from my understanding, was married for like 6 years or 8 years? It was either 6 or 8 years. John Lennon was married and had 2 children. He had, I think, a daughter and a son. And so what happened was he had an affair with Yoko Ono.
Oh.
And so he split. He got divorced to, I guess, it's, everything I've said would lead to the roads of infidelity or whatever, but he split with his original wife. And Paul McCartney wrote this to comfort his son, Julian. That's my understanding of the story. But what's interesting is in the process, so there's multiple things. So in the process of this, Paul McCartney told, Lennon that, but originally when Lennon heard the song, he thought it was about him and Yoko Ono. But regardless, he was like, this is just a good song.
Damn. He was okay with it.
Yeah, and it is one of their bigger songs too, which is wild. Now, the reason I played this is because you saw how at the beginning it's like this is their first performance back
in a long time.
And then the last one we did was their last performance publicly ever.
I silenced it.
Yo, you're good.
So this is how far in between those two?
I'm not sure the timeline exactly. I think I forget. But I just thought it was interesting because you can kind of see the difference in their face a little bit too. But there go back. I'm pretty sure the Beatles, you ever heard that song? Twist and shout. Come on, baby now. I'm pretty sure that's them, which is crazy. That's like black and white television. They've been superstars since they were like teenagers or in their early 20s. Like just...
See, that makes a lot more sense now because if they disbanded in, which I was guessing their 30s from that rooftop performance.
I thought that was like, what was that performance? I'm tripping right now.
Because they looked like they weren't that old. They looked like they were still
60s.
Young. Late 60s?
I thought it was like
So they disbanded
69.
late 60s?
I should look it up just to have the definitive.
So Hey Jude, so you said, what was his name? Jules?
Julian, I believe his name was.
Julian. Okay. And he changed it to Hey Jude. Why? And it's John Lennon's son. And John Lennon had an affair with Yoko Ono.
I believe so.
Man. See, not knowing this, if I would have done this reaction solo, I would have been lost. What is he talking about?
I was a little lost when I did it by myself, but the comments be putting me on game.
He says a lyric, this is what confused me. Because he's talking about Jude, which to me, I thought it was a female, right? And then he says something, I hope you let her in to your heart.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? Who is he talking about? What's happening? Who is she? And so is she let her into your heart? Is that Yoko Ono or what?
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say, like, like just be open to the changes that are coming, and I think he's talking about Yoko Ono, like kind of like some stepmom
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Now I'm thinking that's what it is.
Hey Jude came out in 1968. So this is in the moment of the fracturing. Hold on, let me see. When did they do the rooftop performance? Because it's like a year later, I think. I could be tripping. Yeah, 1969. I thought it was.
So there's probably already a lot of friction here.
So the behind the scenes thing, Yoko Ono came on the scene with John Lennon, and it built a lot of tension and this is why. You see how me and you just rock together?
Yeah.
Imagine my wife just sitting right there, just in all of our sessions. How would you feel about that? Well, you're kind of stoic. You'd be like, I don't care. But if my wife was just sitting right there.
I personally wouldn't care.
Okay.
But let's say.
I would. Like, if you brought your wife, I'd be like, yo, dog. Like, I'd be kind of just. I would. Yeah. I'm.
Look, it's.
I'd be like. Anyways, that's what happened.
I get it.
He started bringing her to all their recording sessions, and Beatles sessions was just. From the inception, it was just the Beatles. And then she just started showing up. That's kind of the vibe. And it kind of created a distance between Paul and John.
I know what you're talking about. Like, if you're hanging out with the boys, and you've been hanging out with the boys for years, because the Beatles been at it for years, right? And this is the thing, it's damn near tradition to hang out with the boys every Friday or whatever, every Saturday, watch the game, you know, have some beers, have some nachos, I don't know, whatever, man, play a game, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, one of them brings his girlfriend. And you're like, man, who's gonna tell him? No, and then he'll be like, no, she's she's one of the boys. No, she's not, bro. Yeah. This is the boys' time, for the boys, not girlfriends. What are we doing here? That might be what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, so it created like a little tension between them, from what I understand. Y'all clear it up in the comments if I'm wrong. And it kind of went downhill from there. So like John was like, from my understanding, was kind of like, bro, you're a control freak. You're obsessed. To like Paul McCartney, like, bro, I can't bring Yoko in here. Da 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 da. So it's just kind of wild. But that's a whole nother story for another day as you start diving into the Beatles, bro. Let's go, man. Hey Jude, man.
There's more to it than just the music.
Yeah.
But it affects the music too.
Well, this is what's crazy. Paul went on and created another group called Wings. And they dropped bangers.
You told me about that.
Dropped fucking bangers, bro. And then he had a solo career. Like, dude is a G. All of them are G's. John Lennon had a dope solo career, bro. I'm still learning about John Lennon. I still have waited. I don't really know how he passed away or what led up to that. I'm
gonna surpass you. He's gone?
Yeah, John Lennon is gone.
Oh.
Paul McCartney's rocking still, though.
See, I seen Paul McCartney with, was it B.B. King? Or who was it?
Performance with B.B. King?
Yeah, he does live performances. I think it was B.B. King with other guitarists and stuff. I think because he plays guitar, obviously.
I saw Eric Clapton with B.B. King once.
Was it Eric Clapton?
That was fire.
Man, hold on a minute. It's been a while. It might be that.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then Paul McCartney, was it Bonamassa or something? What's his name?
I don't know.
Or was that also Eric Clapton? Man, okay, my bad. I need to dive back into all the classics. I haven't been doing that many. That na 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 is so familiar to me.
It feels familiar.
I don't know where.
I mean, this is an iconic joint. This is iconic. The thing is, with stuff like this, it be in movies, commercials. People do covers.
People sample stuff.
They sample
a lot.
as well.
So I'm just thinking, like, who sampled the Beatles' "Hey Jude"?
That's why I'm telling you. This is why I do classics, because you start finding out. You start seeing how many people are influenced by them. It's a lot, bro.
Who sampled the Beatles' "Hey Jude"?
Do you want me to use chat?
Yep. Yes, please. I've learned from BP on this one. Give it a second.
Sometimes they don't be having the answers,
Several
though.
artists have sampled or covered the Beatles' "Hey Jude." Notable examples include Boogie Down Productions' "Criminal Minded," 1987,
De La Soul,
which uses the song's melody, and De La Soul's "Transmitting Live from Mars," 1989, which incorporates multiple elements from "Hey Jude." Additionally,
it's specifically that melody. I've heard that somewhere. It also makes me think of that one song for some reason, because there's similarities in the melody. It's the one that goes, where to go.
Oh my
I'm
God.
a loser, baby.
Yeah, Beck.
So why don't you
The
love
guitar
me?
riff is from the Allman Brothers, bro. From Beck. Anyways, let's get back on this. We're about to go down
so much. But you see
down
how
trails.
that makes me think of Beck, that one song?
Yes.
A little bit?
Yeah.
tell you something. It doesn't really have much to do with this, but John Lennon, my dad, when he was young, looked exactly like John Lennon.
Oh,
when I
really?
see John Lennon, I'm like, that's my dad.
That's
I
crazy.
swear, exactly the same.
I mean-
The glasses, the face, and the long hair, that's my dad in the 70s. I'm telling you, like, when I see him, I'm like, he looks like just like my dad.
That's wild.
Like, my dad looked like that.
That's crazy.
Exactly the same.
That's crazy.
So it's like every time I see John Lennon, I'm like, that's my dad.
That's wild.
Because he looks, man, I'll show you.
That's going to be in the title of this video. That's my dad.
John Lennon is my dad. I'll show you some pictures of my dad. Bro,
Yeah,
'cause
that's
it's
crazy.
it's so crazy how similar it is. It's crazy. And my dad used to play guitar too. And I think he was a Beatles fan, but this was before I was born, obviously, because I'm from 95, right? When he had me, he was more into metal, heavy metal. Like it was
like Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, you know, Electric Eye, you know that?
I don't know.
I
that.
grew up on stuff like that, and then Manowar, Rammstein, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just, as a kid, as a baby, hearing that stuff, it's like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Growing up on Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath might be the first band I've ever heard.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Yo, someone's pressing the piano keys.
Huh?
That dude, I look at the dude trying to press the piano keys. I feel like Paul McCartney's like annoyed. Look, like to the right, that dude in the brown. Like, look. That's crazy.
I mean, I guess Paul McCartney's doing the smart thing where he's just let it happen. And then, you know, after this, we're going home, and in a year we'll disband. You know, like, just let it happen. Don't slap this man. I don't know. I'd be pissed off if I'm here. If I'm out here trying to do.
You're like the elite level musician, and this fool's just out here.
Not even that. It's just
wonky.
respect personal space. It doesn't matter if it's just a person on the street playing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go up there start pressing the keys like a jackass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But it's in the moment, I guess. See, we don't know this. Maybe that's a good friend of him, and he does that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So hey, but I get what you mean. So.
Well,
yeah.
there you have it. The Beatles, Hey Jude, man.
Yeah, it's very catchy towards the end, and
Yeah.
getting them all together. See, now this is gonna be stuck in my head.
That na 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 na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Jude, it's gonna be stuck in my head the whole day.
That's
While
why
I'm
it's
doing
one of their big
sightseeing.
ones too, man.
Yeah.
It's freaking wild. Anyways, you guys, let us know what we got, what we missed. Like, share. comment, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.